guys. Well, I would be a fool to not cover this certain topic, which I know people are asking me to cover. So we're gonna go through them, we're gonna rank them based on just their design. I'm not a major in art. This is a painting I painted once. And that's literally like the best thing I've probably ever made. So I'm not an expert in this topic, but I can look at something and say that looks gorgeous. So I guess I have them all in like a random order here. Most important thing, number one, is it nice to look at? That is obviously going to be number one. Number two, does it remind me of the season in any way? And the third stipulation would be that is the necklace unique? Does it stand out in any way compared to other necklaces that we will see? Okay, we got a strong start here with Survivor Africa's immunity necklace. For one, it is very nice to look at. It has a lot of good colors. It has like the beads on it. It has a good color combination. I think the only thing I would dock points for this one on would be that when someone wears the necklace, I've noticed this before, when someone wears it, it doesn't sit on them naturally like a necklace would, and it kind of is like stiff and just kind of like sits out, and it's a little bulky, but it is a very beautiful necklace. I will put it in the A tier. Okay, looks like this is the Survivor Amazon. Now, I like the idea of putting feathers on a necklace. I do think that this does remind me of the Amazon because of the tropical birds that are in the Amazon, but for some reason this necklace, it just feels unfinished. Like it has missing feathers or is just like some bulk near the bottom. It feels like only half of it was finished. But I do like the attempt at it. I do like that it is trying to evoke the Amazon. I do think it sits nicely here in this B spot. Okay, bringing it back to season 1, we have Survivor Borneo's necklace, which is just looks like some stones, some shells, and then like a tiki face on the bottom. Honestly, this is a perfect middle of the road necklace. I think for the first season, like sure, you know, they didn't really have much going on in the art department. It was literally just people being stranded on an island. So it's hard to knock it, but it's also very hard to praise it because necklaces do get so much better from this one. I cannot put it lower than a C. I can't really put it quite higher than that either though. All right, looks like we have the necklace from Survivor Cagayan. This is a pretty nice necklace. I like the like kind of gold, bronze, metal pieces going around it, and then the face in the middle. That face is Cagayan. I mean, it is on the logo for the season, and that face really like stands out to me because I do like the logo for the season as well. It's a very intimidating necklace. I wouldn't say that it's standing out compared to the Africa one, but I do like its intimidating nature. I do like that it's scary. I'll put it in the B tier. Okay, we have the Survivor Caramoan necklace. This one is just really like badass looking. It has like these teeth that go around the whole thing and then like a skull. What I don't like is that this has almost nothing to do with fans versus favorites. It seems like really intimidating for such a kitschy theme. And it's even more ironic because of Cochran winning this season and this being like the most intimidating necklace and Cochran being just like the most like dorky person to ever play the show. For me, it doesn't really represent the season all that well, but I do really like the necklace. It's really hard for me to look at this and not just be like, wow, the symmetry on it is really good. I'm a big fan of color, but I think this is one of the few exceptions where I'm like, this doesn't need color. This is very good as is. I will put it in the A tier. All right, we have the necklace from Survivor China, one of the best seasons of the show. The necklace in itself does represent the show pretty well. It has like these medallions, these metal medallions that go around the whole thing. I don't really have much else to say about it other than that, like, I don't love it. I think I'm just gonna leave it in the B tier. It has the same effect that the Cagayan necklace has, where it's just like, even though it's beautiful, like, I guess I do wish it had more color. What the fuck is that one? Okay, we have the Cook Islands immunity necklace, and it's in this picture here, it's like almost camouflaged into the background. This is one of my least favorites so far. I don't like the just like beige color of it. I think that just the fact that it just kind of blends in with the background doesn't help, and also the fact that I couldn't discern what season that it was from. I guess, you know, it's got like you know, like the teeth and the bones and stuff. So I'm going to put it in the D tier. It's not stinky. I don't smell anything. No whiff. I got no whiff of stink. Okay, we have the David vs. Goliath immunity necklace now. You know, obviously, like, everyone likes David vs. Goliath. It's a great theme. I think this necklace does a bad job at representing what that theme is. It's just literally a necklace that has, like, shells on it that have spirals. That's it. I mean, it's so lame. With how, like, cool the theme is, and with how, I guess, experimental the show was getting in this time, you know, maybe make the necklace like a helmet, you know, kind of like how in season 7 the necklace was a sword, or a slingshot, or something like that. Just something more biblical. Maybe a Bible. Make the immunity necklace a Bible. I'm gonna put it in the D tier as well. Next up here we have the Survivor Fiji immunity necklace. Yeah, this is a very simple necklace. I mean, I believe it's just like teeth or bones. I don't hate it. I like that it's like simple, and it does look like an actual necklace that someone in a tribe would wear. It's obviously not as ornate or as like well designed as something like the Caramoan one or some of the other ones we'll get to, but its simplicity is nice. It is hard to put it in the B tier if I had to, but it's not a bad necklace by any means. It's very like simple. So I'm gonna put it in the C tier with Borneo. I'd actually put a little higher than Borneo if I could. Okay, this is the Gabon immunity necklace. I would say just like the season, the necklace itself is very messy. But in my opinion, this is an example of a necklace that is too busy and it has a lot going on, just way too much going on. But like, you know, I'm imagining wearing this necklace, and I'm imagining like the straw just like getting on my chest, and like I'm itchy. You know, I just get itchy, and I don't want to be itchy after I won immunity. Fuck that. So I'm gonna put it in the C tier. So this is the Survivor Game Changers necklace, and similar to the Gabon necklace, I feel like this necklace represents this season very well. Just like how Gabon was a messy season, Game Changers is a season that is comprised of the most random players the show has ever picked, and this necklace is no different. It has gems, keys, octopus tentacles, pretzels. To me, it kind of looks like one of those pages on like an I Spy book. I feel like that is the same vibe it's giving. I'm gonna put this in the C tier, mostly just because I feel like at least they tried, but it just didn't work. All right, we have the Ghost Island immunity necklace. What the fuck is that? This is like probably the worst necklace. It is ugly. The skull in the middle, it just looks like stupid and corny, and just like the planks of wood, and that's it. And then like these two shells on the side. I mean, honestly, it looks like they didn't give a flying shit. Like, I'm staring at it and I feel absolutely nothing. Like, I don't even like hate it. I'm just disappointed. This is going in the stinky tier. Okay, we have the Guatemala immunity necklace. I like this necklace quite a bit. I do like the colors on it. I like that they're not too bright, but the colors and the mask still represent Guatemala to me. Like, I can look at that and be like, that is Guatemala. But this will go into high A tier for sure. I'm a big fan of that necklace. I really do like it. There's nothing in there. Okay, we have the Heroes versus Villains immunity necklace. I have been staring at this for a long time, trying to figure out how it has anything to do with Heroes versus Villains as a theme. And honestly, it just has nothing to do with the theme. Yeah, I'm the more I'm looking at it, the more I'm feeling like it's okay. I'm okay with it being in C, but it's sad because it is a great season. Okay, we have the Survivor Co-Wrong immunity necklace. It has 3 faces on it representing the 3 archetypes, the 3 tribes of the season: Brains, Bronze, and Beauty, which I like. I don't think the faces represent that like individually, but having 3 faces on that really, you know, gets your brain moving. It's an okay necklace. I wouldn't like give it a whole lot of praise. I would put it in B tier. I'll see how I feel about it later, but it's a very low B tier. This is the Survivor Micronesia immunity necklace. I might have some like bias in my brain where I'm like, this is a good season, they had to have had a good necklace, but this is a pretty bad necklace, I think. I don't know, like, I wish I liked it more, but it is like a very generic necklace, and I think I like it less than the Heroes versus Villains one as well. I think it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of unremarkable. I'm gonna put it in the D tier. This is the Millennials versus Gen X necklace. I'll give it some points for having like these like glass stones on it, and I think in this picture they really exemplify that with like the sun shining through it and like glinting a little bit, and I think that's pretty cool. It might be like really on the nose, but you know, maybe make one half of the necklace look like young and spry, and beautiful. And then the other half of the necklace, like old and curmudgeonly and worn down. I don't know. The necklace is representing the theme of a season is nice, and that can help. But they could have also made it look gorgeous, and they didn't do that either. I'll give it points for the glass stones and like the moss on it and stuff. That's pretty cool. So I'll leave it at C tier. Okay, we have the Survivor Panama, aka Exile Island immunity necklace. I love this necklace. I adore it. It is so ornate. It is so well designed. It has such good color coordination, combination. It looks like bloody. It looks kind of intimidating, which is good and fits the theme of the season, which has this theme of like death, I guess. The bones on it are really cool, like the face. And I just like how like shaggy it is. Like when you wear it, it would just like cover like most of your upper torso. I think the thing that really like makes it stand out is the colors. Like the red is really cool. It just looks like blood. It's a bloody season. I am putting that in the S tier. This is the Survivor Nicaragua immunity necklace. Such a like solid necklace, especially in terms of representing its season with the cross in the middle, and then it has like the metal scales on the side. It's a cool necklace. I would say that like anything that has like a unique symbol on it or a unique thing in general, I will always give extra credit for. So I'm gonna put this in the A tier. Okay, this is the Survivor One World immunity necklace. I get what they're trying to do with the skull in the middle and like the bone going around it, representing the world. But I think that part is cool. Everything around it is not. I don't like just like the different shaped bones on it. I think it would have been better if like the bones decreased in size as they went around the necklace instead of just being like randomly shaped. I feel like this is a necklace that could just fall apart if you put it on wrong. Like it has that kind of vibe to it. So I'm not a huge fan. I'm going to put it in the D tier. This is the Survivor Palau immunity necklace. I think this necklace has a bit of a stroke of luck associated with it because it is a shark jaw, and it happens to be on a season where the winner killed a shark, and that is like kind of incredible, and as well as the winner being an immunity challenge beast. So it gets a lot of points for that, just having that lightning in a bottle effect where it's like, how is it even possible that the person that won this season and won the most challenges has killed a shark and is wearing a shark necklace? Pretty cool. But on its own, design-wise, I like it. I do like the shark jaw. I think that is actually very cool, very unique. We've never seen something like that. It's very intimidating. I like the orange and blue balls on the necklace. Those are cool. Yeah, this gets a lot of extra points for me. It's a pretty high A tier. I feel like by the end I might even put it in S tier, but we'll see. Okay, we have this is a unique one. We have the Survivor Pearl Islands immunity necklace, which is actually a pirate sword. Cutlass, as they say in the Caribbean of pirates. I think this is such a cool necklace. Obviously, like, you think of Pearl Islands when you see it because it's the only season that has a necklace that isn't a necklace. It's so memorable. I mean, it is so cool. I don't know why they haven't done something like this again. I gotta put it in S tier because it is just so unique. All right, this is the Survivor Philippines immunity necklace. It looks like it's made out of stone, and it has but the necklace itself has just such beautiful design on it. It's really hard to see because it is like all like the same color almost, but I think it's one of those necklaces that feeds you the more you look at it. It just has so much like beautiful articulate design on it, and from a distance it might not look great, but up close I feel like, yeah, this is a very gorgeous looking necklace. I'm gonna put it in the high A tier as well. Up next we have the Redemption Island immunity necklace. I guess it kind of fits this theme of Nicaragua, which is where the season takes place, with like the jade and the gold. But other than that, it is a very standard immunity necklace. Like, it has the jade and the gold and the faces on it. I guess it's a little more unique in the fact that it doesn't have like tiki faces on it and like shells. But I don't know. I think it's pretty like subpar. I don't think I would recognize this if I didn't have like a list next to me of like what necklaces are from what season. I'm gonna leave it in the C tier. All right, we have the Blood versus Water immunity necklace. Now, I will say I do like that the red is there representing the blood, but where the fuck is the water? I think some blue would have been nice on this necklace to represent the water part of the season. But also, like, what is what is blood and what is water? What tribe is blood? Is blood the returning players or is blood the loved ones? And if that's the case, then what does water mean in terms of blood? I think this is a pretty good necklace, though. It doesn't really like scream amazing, though. I think this is a perfect B tier necklace. This one's funny. It looks like it's like in a museum display case. This is the Survivor Worlds Apart necklace. I have mixed feelings about this necklace. On one hand, I really do like the compass in the middle, and I think that always gets points having like a unique item like that. But I don't know, it's just a little too... It gives I Spy again, kind of gives like I Spy page. I'm going to put this in the B tier. I was really hungry doing this, so I got some yogurt. Okay, let's continue. Okay, we have the Survivor Second Chances Immunity Necklace. It's a pretty good necklace. I actually would oh my god. I am going to put it in the A tier. Alright, we have the Survivor Heroes versus Healers versus Hustlers Immunity Necklace. It looks kind of like an axe, I guess. It's a pretty good necklace though. I fuck with it. I like that it like looks rusted. It almost has like a steampunk kind of like BioShock kind of vibe, and I like that. I'm gonna put it in the A tier. This is the necklace from Survivor Edge of Extinction. I don't really like this necklace. I don't know why. I think it is too reminiscent of the Blood versus Water one. It's not just because we, looked at the necklace before. It's because the season also came before it. I guess the stand that it's on looks prettier than the necklace itself, which is saying something. But I can't say I hate it. I think I'm going to leave it in the C tier. Alright, we have the necklace from Survivor Island of the Idols. So we have 2 tiki masks on there, which do represent Boston, Rob, and Sandra, who are the mentors of the season. And those masks are also on the logo of the season, which I do give credit to. If it wasn't for that, though, this necklace would be in the stinky tier. I don't like just tiki masks and shells on a necklace, as you can tell by my D tier so far. I'm just gonna put it in the D tier. Alright, we have the necklace for Survivor Winners at War. I think that the netting on it is really cool looking, and it has the skull in the middle. It kind of looks like it has like a spider web effect. The necklace is pretty cool. I like how like intricately designed it is. I like all like the little cute skulls that are in there. They're not intimidating at all, but I think they're cute. I would put this in the A tier. This is the necklace from Survivor 41. Kind of unremarkable. I guess it's trying to, just be classic. It's not trying to be anything crazy or different. And I don't know. I just don't like the colors. I do like that it, has like some symmetry and that it's getting smaller as it goes around. So I guess I'll give it that. I think I'll just leave it in the C tier. So this is the necklace from Survivor All-Stars. It is like a bunch of coins on a shaggy necklace, like with a chain. I like this necklace, kind of. There's nothing stopping me from, just taking the coins off the necklace and just taking a boat and getting the fuck out of there. Nothing more to say, really. It's an okay necklace. I'd put it in the B tier. This is the Survivor Samoa Immunity Necklace. I think that this style of necklace, does represent the location of Samoa better than other necklaces that have this design. It's not going to be a necklace that you look at it and you're like, ooh, when Jeff uncovers it. But it does its job. Yeah, I'm thinking C tier. We have the necklace from Survivor San Juan del Sur. What a fun name to say. Jade in this instance is good, especially when you contrast it with this like dark maroon red. Still a good necklace. I would say it's better designed than the first Blood versus Water necklace. I would go as far as to put this in the A tier. We have the Survivor Tocantins necklace, which is very similar to the Survivor Amazon necklace with the feathers and stuff. Now, while I did say I liked the Survivor Amazon necklace enough, I think that the Survivor Tocantins necklace does a better job with the feathers. I think when you look at it, you're like, that is Brazil, because that's where the season takes place. The colors are more varied. They pop more. The feathers are more abundant. They have some depth. And it just looks like it has like so much intent to it. So much like good design. The centerpiece is really cool too. I really like that. And I think it adds a lot to the actual like structure of the necklace. Like when I think of Tocantins, like I do think of this necklace. It is a great necklace, and honestly I would put it in the S tier. It is a beautiful necklace. What can I say? I fuck with feathers. This is the South Pacific Immunity Necklace. I think it's good in D. Moving on, this is the necklace from Survivor 43. Now with the new era, they don't have themes, and I've already made a video about that. You can check it out it's pretty good. I think this is a pretty good necklace on first glance. I like how the bones kind of like angle downwards towards the center of the necklace with this skull. So it is a pretty good necklace. It's hard to knock it. I think it's just, you know, reminiscent of other necklaces that are better than it, kind of like the Caramoan one. So I think I'll put this in the B tier. We have the necklace from Survivor 44. Survivor 44 is like one of the first new era seasons to have like at least like a aesthetic theme to it, which was medieval. So, you know, if I could, I would be putting like the tribe immunity statues on this tier list in the S tier because it was like a sword and a shield, which is really cool. This immunity necklace, though, on the other hand, is also pretty neat. It does have dragon scales going up the side of it, which is super unique, super cool. Never thought they would go into like a fantasy realm. My only problem with the necklace is the centerpiece looks fake. I think it's supposed to be like a shield. I think it would look better if it had like some rust on it or like some scratches just to like give it some like character and depth, but it is such a good idea, and the dragon scales look really good. Like, they look really good, but the centerpiece is not good. I don't like it. It is so distracting. So I would put it in like a high B tier. We have the Survivor Thailand immunity necklace, which is kind of a bunch of spikes poking out from the neck. I think this is a pretty good representation of the season. It looks like it's made out of like actual like diamond and stone and metal, which is really cool as well. But it also looks very fragile and uncomfortable to wear. And I guess I didn't realize that I was taking that into account when making this tier list when I started it, but I have been. So it's a good necklace. I honestly feel like I could put it in A tier pretty comfortably. Next up, we have the necklace from Survivor 45, and Survivor 45 had a bird theme to it, I guess. And the necklace has a similar vibe to like the Tocantins necklace and the Amazon necklace, where it has like this colored feather aesthetic and like the beads and the skulls. What I don't like about it compared to the Tocantins necklace is that all the feathers are uniform. They are all the same size. All the feathers look fake. They don't look like real feathers at all. I think I would put it in A tier. I think at least like it has a good color combo. I'm actually going to move the Amazon one down to C tier just because I feel like it. We have the Survivor 48 immunity necklace. A little uninspired, but still colorful, but it has like nothing really going for it other than that. Like, it is just like a bunch of beads. I think with the new era, you get a lot of necklaces that are just like too perfect and they're like too well done to the point where they don't look like they have been worn. Whereas like all these other necklaces, they look like real like relics. And now the necklaces just look like toys or like something you'd buy on Etsy. So I'm gonna put this in put it in the D tier. I'm just not a fan of it. This is the necklace from Survivor Marquesas. I think this is interesting because it's like, I don't know, it's just a little guy. I'm not big on it. I think I'm going to put it in I think I'm going to put it in the D tier. I think it's similar to like a lot of these other ones where it's just like a tiki face on a necklace. We have the Survivor Vanuatu necklace. I was doing some research before this to see like what people really liked, and a lot of people said they liked this necklace a lot. I don't see it. I think it is just another one of these like generic necklaces that I can't discern from another. I think I'm going to put it in the D tier with all the other ones that I've been doing. This is the necklace from Survivor 47. It is the skeleton of a bat with its wings on the side. Such a unique design, such a cool design. I only wish they made the skeleton of the bat more realistic and not look like a dibby. Like, it just looks like cute, and I don't think that the vibe of it is supposed to look cute. But if it were like Survivor in like the first 20 seasons, I think they would use like an actual bat skeleton. And even though that's like kind of messed up, it's like, I think they could have at least designed it after one. It's so hard to like say because it is such a cool design in theory, and it's really unique as well. And honestly, like, I would put it in the S tier if it wasn't for like the actual skull of the bat being so cartoonish. So I'm going to put it in high A tier. Next up, we have the necklace from Survivor 46, which I believe that season had like a Japanese theme to it. It also had like a lizard theme. And it's just, I don't know, it's too similar to like the other necklaces that do it better, kind of like the Second Chance one, where it has like the metal and the red on it. Last but not least, we have the Survivor Australian Outback immunity necklace. For early seasons, this is pretty good. This is not bad. I guess from Borneo they did go up, but I have Borneo in C tier. So I think what I'm going to do is keep Borneo in C tier and put Australian Outback just a smidge above it. And Borneo and Australian Outback are like low C tier. I'm only giving them credit because it was so early on in the show. I feel like I learned a lot about myself. I feel like I learned a lot about the Survivor art department. I feel like I learned a lot about necklaces in general and just how they're designed. Or I could have learned nothing, and that's just my ego talking. I don't know. But I'm gonna go disappear into the void again. So I'm gonna... This is how I do it. I hold my breath.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood.